Thank you. Now you must be very excited.
I am excited.
Now you look very young in person.
People always say that.
You look what, 15, 16?
Maybe.
Can we tell the people at home how old you actually are?
Yes, I'm 20.
That is correct. Now we know you from the movie that you just finished shooting. It is finished, right?
Yeah, it's finished. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you don't know, it's a bit of a fairy tale. So Arthur Fisher, the great director, who you probably know from his movies such as Marion and The Man Who Dreamed, was casting for his new movie, Ambrosio. And so instead of casting a recognizable face, he wanted to find some fresh talent. So he put the word out and saw, how many was it, 10,000?
I think it was over 20,000.
20,000.
Mm-hmm.
He saw 20,000 girls, and long story short, he picked you.
Yes.
And you'd never acted before.
Not on the screen. I had done modeling, and I liked the theater. Yeah.
That is amazing. Mm-hmm. I believe we have a short clip here. Do you want to tell us what we're about to see?
Yes, so I play Matilda, and, well, I don't want to spoil things too much. She's a young woman who sneaks into a monastery disguising herself as a monk, and then there's a lot of drama and magic and intrigue.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Marissa Marcel as Matilda, a woman disguised as a young monk. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
The same magic that powers this lens can also grant you what you wish.
How so?
You remember the night that I was to die, when we took to St. Clair's sepulchre? That night, I performed a rite. I summoned a fallen angel to aid me.
What have you done?
Wow. Quite a role for your first movie.
Well, Mr. Fisher was quite the teacher.
Now I heard he can be quite demanding.
Well, you know, he has an idea of the picture in his head, and nothing is going to come between him and that, not even the actors.
And this is Mr. Fisher's first film with nudity, correct?
Yes, well, you know, he felt that a modern motion picture should reflect the times.
And you filmed this in Europe?
Correct.
They go for that in Europe, the nudity.
Yes, our producer said, we are born naked, and if we are lucky, we die naked. So why not shoot a movie naked?
Well put.
He kept his clothes on.
And the picture's out soon?
I hope so.
Yeah, and now, you're not in New York only to talk about Ambrosio, but you're filming another picture.
That's right, yes, with John Jurek, who was the director of photography on Ambrosio. We're writing it together.
That is amazing. You are smarter than you look. I'm kidding. So what is this movie about?
So it's called Minsky, and it's about an artist who is killed, and the suspect, the number one suspect, is his muse. That's the part I play, and there is a detective investigating, and he falls for her.
Well, I can't blame him.
Well, he has a cop mindset, and it's really about the clash between the artists, how they live, and this cop mindset, the conservative mindset, I guess. He is surprised by how messy the lives of artists are.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We've had some on the show. Mr. Warhol. Have you met Mr. Warhol?
Oh, yes, we've met.
Yes, we had him on the show, and he hardly spoke. Such a towering figure, and yet such a small, quiet man in person, you know. But his superstars, though, that's what he calls them, superstars. They are quite playful.
Yes, we'd like to put some of them in our movie.
Well, just make sure you've got a chaperone. And you like New York?
Oh, yes, I love it. The people are so interesting.
All right, well, we've got to take a short break here. Do you mind reading this out for us?
Now, marvelous magic will turn the next 60 seconds into a commercial.
Magic indeed.
I have Father Ambrosio to thank for that. His words calmed me.
He has a great love for religion. And he speaks so well.
His voice is so familiar to me. It reminds me of someone I once knew, but I cannot think who. Perhaps someone from when I was a child.
You should sleep now, Mother. I am glad you're well, but I'm fearful of a relapse.
Oh, worry not about me, child. You are the one who needs to sleep, staying up to keep watch on me. I would hate myself if I'm the cause of the first wrinkle on your perfect face.
Mother,
Sleep well.
good night.
He kisses her mother's head.
And we close for the day on the cusp of great violence. Now, we have been encouraged by our hosts to go take a riposo. I find the idea quite decadent, but when in Rome...
Will we be taking siestas during our shooting?
I'm afraid not, darling. We will be shooting with an Italian crew, but in the American style.
All right, so read for scene 25. So this is the key scene where Maria lays it on the line. If we keep it real, the audience won't realize they're being spoken to directly. So we keep the energy between the two girls. Tennis match. That's what keeps their eye on the ball. Okay?
You doing both parts again?
Yeah, that's the fun of it.
Interior, cafe incognito. Maria and Heather sit over smoothies at the back table.
It wasn't that bad. I'm gonna be in every gossip mag for the rest of the month. I screwed up. So what? They already thought I was self-obsessed. It was funny. They were gonna get something out of you one way or another. You gave me a pet. That makes me relatable. Cheers. You've done so much for me. You've done a lot for me too. You saved my ass with Gary. He's not your boss. He's not, but I gotta admit I need the guy. I just wish he would quit it with a stupid birthday party. $10 million isn't stupid. It's a lot of money. I know. And that Andrew Hessenberg guy actually seems kind of cool. I looked him up on the web. He's friends with George Clooney. I'm sure he's great. It's the principle. They think they own me. I mean, what's next? Shopping malls? Cruise ships? The money's nothing. It's not nothing to me. What? $10 million? It's a lot of money for someone like me. The girl who just served us? Everyone else in this cafe? I'd swap places with that server right now if I could. I used to wait tables. I was happier then. It's not easy, like, wanting something, and then you get it, and where do you go? Never gonna sell as many records as last year. Who am I doing this for? I wanted to be a singer, and now I'm a fucking CEO. When was the last time I enjoyed singing? It's not that bad. You wanna be me? That's not how this works. Why don't you do it? Party, you can have the 10 million. I couldn't. After what happened on the show, you've done this before. You sing a few songs, smile. You can keep the money, give it to charity, whatever you want. I'll get a weekend in peace, work in my studio. I couldn't. 10 million.
Great.
Oh, they love making montage, ladies.
Alpha, take 2.
Action. What can you do? What should you do? Are there 2 parts to Goodman's mind or just one? What do you want? Are you in love with Marissa? Are you really? You have to let Olga go. But what then? Drink the coffee and go. Cut!
You want one with the background?
have them here.
No, I like seeing Goodman alone.
Hi, Marissa. How are you?
Okay, let's just keep going from 18 and run through to the end of 24, so the whole night show sequence. Okay.
The exterior of the night show, a line forming outside. Interior, the night show. Green room, same. Gary paces a well-appointed green room on the phone.
What do you mean she's not there? Did you check the pool? All right, I'll try again. God damn it.
He grabs a handful of grapes and eats them angrily off the bunch as he punches in Maria's phone number again. Interior, Maria's second apartment. Bedroom, intercut, phone buzzes. Mark and Maria in a wrecked bedroom. Mark groggily reaches for the phone, flips it, places it next to Maria. She sounds drunk and disoriented, and she licks it too.
Hello.
Maria, where the fuck are you?
Hiya, Bear Bear. I was just starting to miss you.
We have been looking for you for hours. There's a PA currently climbing your garden wall.
Well, that's not gonna do any good. I'm not there.
Where are you?
I'm in my secret place. The one you'll never find.
Mark giggles.
Are you on drugs right now? Have you had anything to eat?
Maria squints at the bedside table.
I've been enjoying Percocet a la vodka all morning. With friends like these, who needs food?
Maria, for fuck's sake, take a cold shower and get down here. It's the night show, okay? I'd kill myself to get you sick and slap.
Too wasted.
Christ.
Call Heather.
Don't be stupid. She's your body double. She can't do TV.
She did the MVAs.
Gary winces.
You're gonna give me a heart attack with this shit.
I believe in her.
She hangs up the phone and rolls off the bed. End intercut.
God damn it.
Gary tosses the grapes back on the plate and makes the call.
Hey, Heather, sweetheart.
Can we take a break?
Sure. Simon, you want to get us another round of coffees? Back in 10? She's greeted by the beautiful Isabella, 40s, wearing a white blouse and long dress. She has the vague continental accent that could put her from anywhere.
Maria, it's such a pleasure to finally meet you. I'm Isabella Hessenberg.
Isabella kisses Heather on both cheeks, squeezing her upper arms approvingly. Heather smiles, slightly uncomfortable.
So healthy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Would you like something to eat?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. I ate on the plane.
Well, have a drink.
A maid with a tray of champagne flutes steps forward. Isabella passes one to Heather, takes one for herself.
Thank you. This place is so beautiful. Did you do all of this yourself?
Beat. Isabella looks at her, eyes narrowed, and Heather thinks she's messed it up already. Then Isabella smiles.
No.
Bort Hansen did most of it. Do you know him? He just did Calvin Klein's Miami home.
I don't know Bort, but I do know Calvin Klein. I have some of his underwear.
Isabella laughs politely.
Well, shall I show you around?
I would love that.
The bodyguard follows with the bag as Isabella shows her two interior Hessenberg residence living room. A massive living room with a white grand piano and a view of the city. Isabella runs her hand along the piano.
This is beautiful.
Perhaps you can perform for us here later tonight.
I'd love to, but my piano skills are a little rusty.
We'll have someone play for you.
She's sizing Maria up with her eyes.
Andrew was surprised you said yes. He was convinced something like this would be beneath you.
Oh, well,
There's no shame in doing something for the money. Michelangelo worked on commission.
that would make Mr. Hessenberg the Pope?
Andrew is no pope. And you are no Michelangelo. I mean that as a compliment. All of Michelangelo's women look like men with tits stuck on them.
And scene.
Amy, that was fabulous.
Should we go get something to eat, and then after this, see how you do with Maria?
Who owns your movies when you die? Studios?
Except for this one, we are fully funding this one ourselves.